don't even know what that is. I did not mean to do that. There we go. I gotta put in my password. I understand. Passwords. There we go. Easy. Nice. Nice. All right. There we go. I'm gonna be right back.
Making more noises. There we go.
All right. Oh. Oops. That is important. I cannot lose that. Okay. All right. Not now. There we go. Whew. All right, let me turn this back on. There we go. Today, I'm going to be doing a stream about this. It's a test I have to take tomorrow. I work in a restaurant, so I have to learn this stuff. I figured Quizlet would be a good way to study. Yeah. Oh. There we go. No thanks. Go to match. 'Cause it's, oh wait, no, test. Test is the best, if I remembered. Test is the best, and then you make the test with, let's go the full 80. Oh. Answer with term. True or false off. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Let's get started. Actually, let me get some music too. That'd be good. Ooh, what should I listen to? Something just relaxing. Perfect. This will be perfect. This is resonance. It's perfect. Alright. When approved by the regulatory authority, why should food temperature be taken in 2 different locations? What causes preschool age kid to be at risk for foodborne illness? What causes when can a glass? When can a food handler be diagnosed with jaundice to return shatterproof casing. Shatterproof, I'm assuming it's glass. Washing product. Hold on, I think I did this wrong. Hold on, I think I did this wrong. Star terms. There we go. Okay, that's better. Parasites are commonly associated with what food? I'm gonna say wild game. What is the minimal internal temperature for veal chop? What is veal chop? Is it lamb? I think it's lamb. And lamb is the same as beef. We just went over this too. Flow food, purchasing, receiving, poultry. This is what concerns me, is what if these answers are not correct? I don't know. What if I just look up? Surf safe. Practice test. Yeah, here we go. Let me type in manager practice test. There we go. That doesn't seem right. It seems like an ad. Here we go. When should a delivery be inspected? Immediately upon. Immediately. One of the FDA recommended food safety responsibilities as a manager is supervising food handlers, ensure high code for holding items, inspecting the quality of food items prepared off premises and certain facility now, providing maintenance with no, making and approving staff schedule. I think it's why is it advisable to only remove the amount of food you can prep in a short period of time from the cooler? Wait, why is it advisable to only remove the amount of food? Oh. Yeah. To reduce clutter, no. To prevent excess food waste, no. Yes, perfect. It is discovered that a steam table holding hot soup has broken down and the soup may have been unheated for as long as 3 hours. What should be done with the soup? So it's been in the danger zone for 3 hours. Fix the steam tail immediately, allow it to no. Combine the cooled soup. I'm gonna say this. When heat sanitizing items, they must be submerged in water that is at least 170. Oh jeez, for say 30? I don't think I learned that one yet. How can food handler reduce or eliminate risk of food contamination? taking medicine after visiting sick friends, storing cleaning products in easy-to-reach locations in the kitchen, rinsing knives and cutting boards with hot water when moving between prep tables. I mean, it's all of them. How can a food handler reduce or eliminate the risk of food contamination? I'm assuming it's that one. How long should hands and arms be scrubbed during hand washing? Say 15 to 20? Performing procedural checks every shift to identify problems and comparing and analyzing temperature logs each week, so example of which principle and methods have some. Oh wow, I just went over this too. It's back. Here, I'm looking for that. Here we go. I knew I saw HACCP, but I don't think. Establishing monitoring. I think it's this one. To identify problems, comparing and analyzing temperature logs. Ready-to-eat food should never be handled with bare hands in what situation? Ready-to-eat food should never be handled with bare hands regardless of the situation. When there is not a proper hand washing station available, when food is being served in a high-risk population. When the food will be cooked. No, that's not it. What does that add? What does that add? Can I get rid of that? There we go. Thank goodness. What can hand sinks be used for? Hand washing only. That's not good. Okay. Few questions. Perfect. Good. Good. Discard the soup. Okay. What is this? Oh my god, look at this. I thought it was another Sydney Sweeney thing. Phone is just going crazy. All right. Okay, so I see, because it's in between that 70 range.
Oh yeah, what paper it is. Because it was in that danger zone, super danger zone for too long.
Okay. I see. That makes sense. Okay, I gotta pay attention to that. Okay, sanitizing half. Think of sanitizer tablets or something. Okay, that one was good. 10 to 15 seconds. Hands and arms should be scrubbed. 10 to 15 seconds. Establishing alarm procedure. I had no idea about this one. Okay. Okay. Cooler and freezer thermometers. Ooh. What the heck? Alright, I guess I gotta do this now. There we go. Okay, we're back. Should be accurate within, to the degree I feel like. Cold TCS food should be received at or under 41 degrees. Why should food handlers not wear false eyelashes? Physical contaminant. You see an employee preparing food directly after cleaning the grease trap. What corrective action should be taken? Instruct the employee to wash their hands next time, but allow them to continue the work. No. Yes. Disinfect the work area. Instruct the employee to wash their hands and continue the work. A running faucet below the rim of a sink is an example of... I don't know this one. I want to say a running faucet. The rim of a sink. I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna go with that. The final sanitizing rinse temp of a high temperature dishwasher must be at least. Oh my gosh, ours was just broken. I'm gonna say 180. What is the sanitizer concentration range for chlorine tablets? It's all through 99. I don't know. Do that. A ready-to-eat pasta salad is taken out of the cooler at 2 p.m. and is placed on an outdoor buffet. What time should the salad be discarded? So it's being taken from, I'm assuming, a 41 a cooler. It should be discarded at 6, because that's the 4 hours. So it could also be 8. Is it not? Dang, dude, I don't know. Name 4 types of pathogens that can contaminate food and cause foodborne illness. Four types. What would be classified as an Imminent health hazard. Imminent? Exam summary, exam summary. Oh, there it is again. Why is it showing that? Oh, I did worse. What? Oh, I see. Not like your thermometers, like your cooler. Okay, so it can be within 3. Okay, 3. Having accurate thermometers is important for proper. Yep. Yep, perfect. Yep. Dispose of any potential. Yep, perfect. Yeah, I did not know this one. A cross connection is a physical connection between safe water and dirty water. Oh, I see. We went over that too. I should have known that one. 180. Okay, I was right. 180 sanitizing dishwasher. Okay. 50 right in the middle. Okay. Different sanitizers require different concentrations in solutions to sanitize properly. Chlorine sanitizers such as bleach require the same concentration. 8 p.m. Okay. I was right. Alright, did 66 hours. Okay. Yep, got that one right, got that one right, got that one right, got that one right. Imminent health hazard. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. I see where I messed up. Next one. What is an accepted covering for an infected cut on the hand? A plastic band-aid. Under, yes, yep. Whoa, infected. Which of the following example of physical contaminant? A piece of wood following a customer's salad. Popcorn served on the outside, or peppercorns. A bone removed from a cut meat before cooking, serving disinfectant liquid splashed on a prepared dish. Physical. Piece of wood following a customer's salad. Yeah. Where should recycling containers be located? Oh, the desktop audio is really loud. Well, I'm going to turn that down. Whoops. That was loud. Alright. Where should recycling containers be located? Yeah, outside next to the trash cans. What would the minimum internal cooking temperature of chopped salmon burger? What? Fish. Fish is same as beef. But it's chopped. Say 155. Three compartment sink. Water, detergent water, sanitizer water. Wash, detergent water, clean water, sanitizer. So sanitizer and water, so that eliminates this one. Detergent and water, clean water, So it's either B or D. 115 or 110. Go 110. Where should employee coats and backpacks be stored? Under prep stations, no. A linen closet, no. In dry storage, no. A package of frozen shrimp arrives with a large ice crystals present on the outside of the food and water damage on the box. What was okay? It's time temperature. Undergone thawing and refreezing. Yes, because it refroze. It refroze. A chef wants to put a seared tuna dish on the menu. How can she best ensure the product is? Tell her staff about how expensive the tuna is and surely they handle it properly. Freeze the tuna to -20. Buy the most popular cut of tuna from the local fisherman. No. Order the tuna from an approved and reputable supplier. Yep. Which food item does not need to be behind sneeze guard? Whoa, what? No. No. Sandwich halves. It's gotta be the bananas. A customer calls to report that they have contracted a foodborne illness after they ate at your establishment. General contact information and description of the food. A list of any foods the customers had eaten since being in the establishment, including food not prepared by your staff. That doesn't make any sense. Contact the information. The contact information. All right, let's see. I feel like I did pretty good, and I did do pretty good. Nice, nice. Few questions. There was one. I think I had a. Yeah, that one was pretty. Okay. Chopped salmon. Okay, perfect. 155. Okay. Detergent and water. Yes. Okay, 110. 110 for 3 compartment. 110. Yep. Product is undergone. Yep, perfect. Yep. Okay, it's the bananas. They have a layer that you can kind of throw away. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. General contact information. Okay, perfect. Yep. Yes. Good. A case of 10 cans of tomato sauce on delivery. Oh, there it is again. Oh, that's right. I got it quick. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Case of 10 cans of tomato sauce on a delivery. Has 4 of 6 cans severely dented, but not punctured or leaking. What should be done with the items? Discard the damaged cans and thoroughly inspect remaining cans to be sure they are undamaged. No. Return the damaged cans to the delivery driver and request a credit slip for unusable items. The delivery driver? Yeah, discard the damaged cans because you can't use them. I mean, you could do that. What should be done with the items? Return them? Discard or return? You could discard the entire case. Discard the damaged cans. is coughing and complaining of experiencing vomiting and diarrhea. How should the situation be handled? Oh, wow. Have the employee complete. No. Wear gloves and mask. No. No. Send them home. What is an acceptable container for an employee beverage? An aluminum can. A disposable coffee cup with a sip top lid. It has to be. It can't be a mug. It can't be a can. I don't know. I don't know. It's either this one or this one. I feel like this one. To keep pests away from food and suppliers, how many inches of 6? 6 inches. Where should chemicals be stored in a food service operation? Not on the prep line, not on top of that, in the closet. Yes. In the dish pit. Which food item can be reserved? Not that one. Not that one. Unused, no, this one. Unsealed packets. Unused portion cups of mayonnaise, no. A basket of bread, no. No. I feel like it's that one. You have discovered signs of cockroach infestation in your dry storage. What should be your first steps to address the problem? No. Designate specific staff member, no. Yes. What is the best way to ensure that all cleaning tasks are being identified and performed regularly? Create a master cleaning schedule and follow it. Hold a staff meeting assigned. No. Verbal instruct staff daily on the tasks that need to be completed. No. I'd say that one. Sanitizer, concentrate range for iodine sanitizers? Oh boy, I don't know this one either. I kinda wanna go that middle ground. Let's go 510. Surf safe manager. What? Keep a supply of sandbags. Is that a question? Alright, let's think of what the question could be. Keep a supply of sandbags or other water barriers on hand. Close the facility until the event is over. Is it like a natural disaster? I'll do that one. This one I didn't feel that confident. 9 out of 10. Wow. Okay. Credit. We got that one. That one kind of confused me. So yeah, just stay in touch with your supplier. Yep. Send them home immediately. Okay. Disposable coffee. Okay, that's what I was. The word reusable. I don't think that's allowed. Eating, drinking, smoking, chewing gum or tobacco. Oh, okay. 6 inches, yep. Yep, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Sealed packet, okay, perfect. Yep. Create a master, okay, cool. Create a master cleaning schedule and follow it. Yeah, this one I had no idea. Alright. Iodine sanitizer. Iodine sanitizers. I think sanitizers, again, it's half of the half. So 25. And then half of that. Half of that again. So it's keep having it. And this one doesn't make any sense to me. Perfect. Let's keep her going. How many days can properly prepared and stored TCS food be kept? 7. When catering, the service site should have safe water source for cooking and hand wash, extra staff to assist with catering duties, a safe, should have. A manager notices that several nightly cleaning tasks are not being completed by the night crew. How should this issue be addressed? No. Assess the number of cleaning duties assigned to the shift and be sure they can be completed in the required time frame. Write the employees up for not completing their tasks. Have a night manager. No, that's not good. Assess the number of cleaning duties assigned to them. I guess the long one. But at the same time, though, I feel like that one's right. The danger zone. It's 41 to. I thought it was 140, but 135. All right. How quickly must food be cooled from 135? 2 hours. 2. What is the best way to ensure proper personal hygiene employees? Speak to employees about being aware of their appearance and hygiene. That's pretty straightforward. Set up staff dress code, put it in writing, and enforce it. Talk privately to when employees have hygiene issues. Provide uniforms. I mean, yeah. Staff dress code. I feel like that one's right, though. Because, dress code doesn't just mean how you dress, it's how you look. After taking a bite of their meal, a customer is developing hives. It's an allergy. Shortness of breath, signs of it's an allergy. It's not illness, they're likely choking. A severe cold or flu, that doesn't happen instant. It's the timing of that. A PCO has completed a pesticides treatment on the facility. What documentation do you need from them regarding the chemicals used? I have no idea. Not that. Okay. An IMP. An SDS. I don't know. I'll say this. Which mobile kitchen unit is exempt from the full set of rules applied to a permanent food source operation? A hand cart serving hot dogs with condiments and canned drinks. A concession van serving nachos, fries, and burgers. An ice cream truck serving frozen packaged novelties and candy. Is exempt. Whoops, didn't mean to copy that. Because this is cooking, this is cooking, this is cooking, this is just serving. How long should documentation for both frozen and farm-raised fish be kept? Stop showing that. 90 days from the sale of the fish? I'll say yeah. This one I don't feel too confident about either. 9 out of 10 again. 7. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay, yep. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, this one is one I was kind of struggling with. Staff code. Personal hygiene. I mean, it makes sense. Allergic reaction. Yeah, that one made sense. Okay, yeah, I didn't. Why does it keep doing that? An SDS. What's an SDS? Pesticides are considered hazardous materials and need to be documented appropriately. A safety data sheet. Yep, ice cream truck. Yep, 90 days. 90 days sale of the fish, not the delivery day. Okay, okay. Discard the soup. Discard it. 15 to 20. No. 10 to 15. Come on, give me 10 out of 10. I kind of like these. What is this? Oh. It's like Quizlet. There we go. Alright, let's try food. Whoops. I spelled that wrong. Oh, I spelled it wrong again. Salmonella. Let's take a test on it. Found in improperly canned foods. Microorganisms that cause fuzzy growths on cheese and bread. Molds. Sickness caused by ingesting pathogens in food. A round shaped bacteria. I don't know. Found in raw undercooked. It's E. coli. Oval shaped bacterium. Rod. The correct final temperature to cook meat in order to kill bacteria. Cook meat? What? What kind of meat? I mean, 180 would kill it. A kind of bacteria that can live in cans cause them to dent. Form spores can live without oxygen. Microorganisms that allow bread to rise, yeasts. The act of heating food to hide can kill. It's not sanitization, sterilization. And incidents of foodborne illness in which people may get sick from eating the same kind of food. It's an outbreak. The smallest living organism on Earth. It's about viruses. A kind of bacteria that can grow, causing foodborne illness. Bacteria that live on the skin and hands of people can get into foods when you forget to wash your hands. That's... Oh wow, those are big names. A tiny single-celled organism that can only be seen with a microscope. Examples: bacteria, yeast, mold, viruses, and parasites. Microorganisms. The kind of bacteria known for living in high-protein foods can cause foodborne illnesses. Say E. coli again. Microorganisms that can either be helpful or harmful in foods. Bacteria. What kind of bacteria that only live on chickens, poultry cause foodborne illnesses? Salmonella. Harmful microorganisms that can make people sick. Pathogens. Tiny microorganism animals such as amoebas can cause amoebic density. Oh, nice, I got 8. I got 8 right. Or I passed. I got 80%. Nice. Alright, what'd I get wrong? Yeah, I didn't know that one. 7. Okay, 160. That one doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I didn't know that one either. Yeah, I did not know that one either. Did not know that one either. I just wish they'd have like the book online. Like if they just had the book online here, oh, that'd be so easy. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Those 3. Writes the codes that regulate FDA, CDC, USDA. That's local. Local, FDA. 2 or more. sea salt. Actually, I should probably like write down my answers here, so that way I can really practice here. How many questions are there? Okay, 10. Okay. When two or more people. What is a foodborne illness outbreak? When an operation serves contaminated food to two or more people, when two or more people have the same symptoms, and say C. Which is ready to eat? I already said C. Why are preschool age children at a higher risk for foodborne illness? Say A. They have not built up strong resistance. Which is a TCS food? TCS. Usually can be kept for like 7 days. Let's say strawberries. The 5 common risks that can lead to foodborne illnesses are failing to cook food adequately, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminating equipment, practicing poor personal hygiene, and D. Purchasing food from unsafe sources. Raw chicken breasts are left out at room temperature on a prep table. What is the risk that this could cause? What is the risk that could cause foodborne illness? C. Time, temperature of use. What is TCS food? Food requiring thermometer checks for security. Food requiring trustworthy conditions for service. Training commitments for standards. Time and temperature control for safety. I'll say D. A food handler left a pan of roasted turkey breast to cool at room temperature overnight in addition to throwing away the turkey. What is an appropriate corrective action? Yeah, you gotta make sure you understand. Like what? As a whole. What is an important measure for preventing foodborne illness? Let's see. Preventing cross-contamination. What is one possible function of the local regulatory authority? Inspecting an operation. Alright, now let's see how I did. Alright. C, A. This was C. Okay, I'll go back. D, C, D, D, C, B. Okay, I got one wrong. It was number 4. Number 4. I said said strawberries. It's sprouts. What did I say 7 was? D. D is time and temperature. Okay, sprouts. Sprouts. Okay. I can see that. Alright, now. Okay. Yes. Go to the food. Here we go. My questions. Alright. What are the most common symptoms of a foodborne illness? It's either dizziness, jaundice, headaches, or tiredness. I want to say dizziness. How does most contamination contamination of food happen? Contaminated water, contaminants are airborne, when people cause the contamination through the use of contaminated animal products. I want to say it's people, like it is people. What is the most important way to prevent foodborne illness from bacteria? All of these are really good answers. I'm gonna say A. Like, time and temperature control are huge. But also personal hygiene. And cross-contaminate, like they're all really good answers. That one's definitely C. Parasites are commonly linked with what type of food? Can't be rice, can't be canned food. I'm gonna say seafood. A guest had a reversal of hot and cold sensations after eating seafood. I think that's the toxins. A prep cook stores bottles of sanitizer on a shelf above a prep table to prevent chemical contamination. What should be done differently? Store the sanitizer. No. A. Yeah, it should be stored away from the prep area. To prevent the deliberate consumption of food, a manager should know who is in the facility, monitor the security of products, give information. What happened? Oh. Related to food security on file and no. So bright. Go like this. I wonder if that counts. There's no way. Like, there's no way that counts. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. And then if I go to There we go. There we go. Alright. 8. To prevent the deliberate consumption of food, a manager should know who is in the facility. Monitor security of products, keep information related to food security on file, and know where to find. Oh, goodness. I guess it doesn't really matter what I put on. What should I put on? It's so bright. I'll leave this on for right now. All right. 8. I don't know what the EPA is. Let's say B. What should the food handlers do to prevent food allergens from being transferred to the food? Say A. Avoiding that cross-contamination. What steps should be taken if a manager suspects a foodborne illness outbreak? Reheat the suspected product. Set aside the deny the operation has anything to do with the food. I'm gonna say D. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I did not do good on this one. C, 2C, 3A, 4C, 5C, 6C, 7A, 8 is D, 8, 9A, 10D. Okay. Okay. Let's go back and look at what I messed up here. Studying for a test. Studying for a test is so boring sometimes. Oops, I flipped too much. There we go. Okay. A. What are the most common symptoms of a foodborne illness? It's jaundice. Jaundice is diarrhea, vomiting, fever, nausea, abdominal cramps, and jaundice. Interesting. Jaundice is common symptom. Okay. Jaundice, common symptom. I would have never known. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. All right. And then 8 was D. Whom to contact about suspicious activity. Okay. I did not know that one. All right. Good deal. Nope, those are the answers. Don't look at those. Alright, here we go. After which activity must food handlers wash their hands? Not putting on gloves. You can't applying hand in. It's got to be A. Because that's dirty and you become clean. When washing hands, what is the minimum time you scrub with the soap? I want to say 10 seconds. We'll go 10. What should food handlers do after prepping food and before using the restroom? Wash their hands? No. Take off their hats? No. Change their gloves? No. They gotta hang up their aprons so they don't bring that to the bathroom. A food handler will be wearing single-use gloves to assemble boxed lunches. When must the food handler's hands be washed? After putting on the gloves won't make any sense. After the first hour doesn't make any sense either. I'm gonna say D on this one. Before putting on the gloves. Alright. A cook wore single-use gloves while forming raw ground beef into patties. The cook continued to wear them while slicing hamburger buns. What mistake was made? The cook did not wash hands and put on new gloves before slicing the hamburger buns. The cook did not clean and sanitize the gloves. No, the cook did not wear reusable gloves while handling the ground beef and ham. No, it's D. That one makes the most sense. The cook did not wash hands and put on new gloves before slicing the hamburger buns. Who is most at risk of contaminating food? Who is most at risk? A food handler's spouse works primarily with high-risk populations. A food handler whose young daughter has diarrhea. A food handler who gets a lot of aches and pains. A food handler who eats a lot of rare meat. That one doesn't make any sense. That one doesn't make any sense. Eats lots of rare meat. I want to say B on that one. Because if you're dealing with a kid who has it, you might have it, not know it, and then bring it into the workplace. A food handler has diarrhea and has been diagnosed with an illness of Shigella. What should the manager tell this food handler to do? C. You're staying home. A food handler prepares meals for a child daycare center. What symptoms require this food handler to stay home from work? Thirst and itching, soreness and fatigue, soreness of throat, fever, headache with soreness. Thirst with itching. What? Fever. Fever is usually what'll do it. Soreness with fatigue. But that could be jaundice too, isn't it? I don't know. Because what is jaundice? Like what? Jaundice is a condition characterized by the yellow discoloration of the skin caused by elevated bilirubin in the blood. Causes jaundice can include hepatitis, alcohol-related liver diseases. Isn't like a symptom of it though, like fatigue? Because if it said yellowness, I'm gonna stick with C. Sore throat with a fever. I think that'll be good. This is so bright. Here we go. When is it acceptable to eat in an operation? When preparing food, no. When washing dishes, no. When sitting in the break area and when handling utensils. I'm gonna say the break area, because that just makes sense. What should a manager of a hospital cafeteria do if a cook calls in with a headache, nausea, and diarrhea? Tell the cook to stay away from work and see a doctor. Okay. Tell the work to come in a couple hours. Wait, to come in for a couple of hours? No. Nope, that's not a good idea. Tell the cook to rest for a couple hours, then come into work. No. Tell the cook to go to the doctor and then immediately come to work. No. A. A is the answer. A is the answer. Alright. Let's go over. A, B, D, 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 B, C, 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 A. Wow, 100%. Let's go. Let's go. That one's pretty straightforward. I mean, personal hygiene in a restaurant environment is like, it's needed. It is needed. Like it's not, it is demanded. It is mandatory. All right, which one is this? This is, okay, this is like thermometers. Oh, this is, I can't remember what this is. All right. A food handler has finished trimming raw chicken on a cutting board and needs the board to prep vegetables. What must be done with the cutting board? It must be dried with a paper towel. No. It must be turned over to the other side. No. It must be washed, rinsed, and sanitized. Yes. It must be rinsed and hot. C. The answer is C for that one. How far must the bimetallic stemmed thermometer be inserted into the food to give an accurate reading? Just past the tip of the thermometer stem? No. Halfway between the tip thermometer and the stem of the dimple. To the dimple in the thermometer stem? Past the dimple. I'm assuming the dimple. I don't know what the dimple is. Let's look that up. Yes, dimple of a thermometer. Dimple on the biometer is the minimum. Okay, I think I got that one. All right. Let me see here. Now question 3. Which probe should be used to check the temperature of a chicken breast? Not an air probe. Immersion. That's like for oils. Surface probe. Penetration. At what temperatures do most foodborne illnesses grow most quickly? It's like hot. Between 70, yep, C. Which practice can help prevent temperature abuse? Keeping records of employee schedules? No. Clean and sanitizing equipment? No. Making sure food handlers spend at least 30 seconds washing their hands? No. Yes, D. Yep. Which thermometer is used to measure the surface temperatures? Infrared. A thermometer used to measure the temperature of food must be accurate to what temperature? The thermometer used to measure the temperature of food must be accurate to what temperature? That was raining for a second. That was scary. There we go. The thermometer used to measure the temperature of food must be accurate to what temperature? It's gotta be A. It's gotta be A. I mean, it's gotta be accurate. Which practice can help prevent cross-contamination? Using color-coded cutting boards, rinsing cutting boards between use, purchasing food requiring preparation, preparing raw and ready to eat. No. It would be A. Yep, just separate them. Separate them. What is this? Interesting. Interesting. All right. I don't know who that was. Anyway. Question number 9. What device can be used to monitor both time and temperature of use during the shipment or storage of food? Let's say B. Oh no, wait, is it actually raining? Wow. It's raining. How long can food stay in the temperature danger zone before it must be thrown out? See, these are the questions I'm going to get tripped up on. Two. Be safe, say 2. Alright, let's see what we got. C, 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 D, C, A, B, D. Alright. Let's see where we messed up. Let's see where we messed up. D, like, it's not a trick question. And 2, how long must a halfway between the tip of the thermometer, let's see, to the dimple in the thermometer stem? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go till I have all of these covered. Here we go. What is the most important factor for choosing a supplier? It has been inspected and complies with local, state, and federal laws. It has documented manufacturing and packaging practices. It is recommended by others in the industry. It has a HACCP program. Goodness. I'm gonna say D. What is the best method for checking the temperature of vacuum packaged meat? Lay the thermometer stem or probe on the surface of the top package. No. Place the thermometer stem or probe between the 2 packages of the product. Okay. Open the package, insert the thermometer stem or probe into the product. Yep. Insert a thermometer stem or probe through the package into the product. I'm gonna say C. What is the correct temperature of receiving cold TS? It's a 41. 41. Milk can be received at 45. Under what condition? It is cooled to 41. It is cooled to 41 in less than 4 hours. I'm gonna say B on that one. What causes large icy crystals frozen? Cross-contaminated. C. It's C. Like it thawed, froze, thawed, froze. Whole potatoes were coated with olive oil and salt, baked in-house and stored in a cooler for several days. What must be included on the label for the baked potatoes? List of all the ingredients, no. List of common allergens, no. Date the food was received, no. Date needs to be thrown out. When must you discard tuna salad that was prepared on July 19? 6 days, 25th, C. What is the problem with storing raw ground turkey above raw ground pork? Cross-contamination. See, this one's tricky. It's not time and temperature abuse. It's not poor personal hygiene. I'm gonna say A. Due to an operation space limits, ready-to-eat and undercooked foods must be stored in the same cooler. How should the foods be stored in top to bottom order? No, not FIFO. With ready-to-eat foods in the top, yes, yes. No, according to the minimum acceptable storage. No. C. How many inches? 6. D. Let's see how we did. D, B, 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 C, D, C, A, C, D. Perfect. We did miss question number 2. Let's go back and take a look at question number 2. What is the best method of checking the temperature of a vacuum-packed meat? The correct answer was D. Place the thermometer stem or probe between the two packages of product. Okay. So kind of just sandwiching it. It's a weird image. Anyway. Perfect. There's another section down. Let's move on real quick. Okay. We'll do this one. Oh, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's get through the whole book. Why must prep tables be clean and sanitized between uses? Let's say B. To avoid cross-contamination. What should happen to food right after it is thawed in a microwave oven? It needs to be served right away. Cool it to 41 degrees. Cook it in a conventional cooking equipment. Hold it in equipment that maintains correct temperature. What? This is confusing. I guess I'm gonna say D because that's like, I don't even know what to call that. I don't even know what to call that. When cooling tea time control, safety, time and temperature control, safety, food, and time. The temperature must go from 135 to 70 in 2 hours. A food handler left a hotel pan of pasta salad on the prep table while preparing several lunch orders. What is the problem with the situation? This is time and temperature control, or time and temperature abuse. What is the maximum water temperature allowed when thawing food under frozen, or when thawing food? Thawing food. Let's say 41 degrees. I mean, that makes sense because you're thawing it. You're thawing it to the minimum limit, though. Or the maximum minimum limit. What is required in the minimal internal cooking temperature for ground turkey? It's turkey, so it's got to be the hottest. Poultry needs 165. A safe way to cool a stock pot of meat sauce is to put it in an ice bath, a sink of water. Which food item should not be served to high-risk populations? Oh boy. Vegetable stir fry, grilled salmon, roasted chicken, raw oysters. I think I know which one it is. The one with the word raw in it. To what temperature must soup that contain cooked beef be reheated for hot holding? I'm gonna say one. Oof. $65 for poultry, $55 for say B, yeah. When partially cooking food for later service, what is the maximum amount of time that the food can be heated up in the initial cooking step? Say A. An hour. 1 hour. Alright, let's see how we did. B. Oh wow, I butchered this one. D. A. C. C. D. C. D. D. Oh wow. A. Okay. So I got 3 wrong here. This is my worst one yet. Alright, question number 2 again. What should happen to food right after it's thawed out of a microwave oven? I said D. Hold it in equipment. It's supposed to be B. So you gotta cool it. Because you're thawing it. Okay, I think I get it now. 5 is C. What is the maximum C? 70. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So it's D. 165. Okay. So for hot holding, 165. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Wait, what? I'm a little confused here. a little confused. Whatever. Alright. Keep going. Oops, no, don't look at the answers. Oh, wait. They really have the answers on the same page? Oh, that's so annoying. A manager's responsibility to actively control risk factors for foodborne illness is called quality control and assurance, hazard analysis and critical control. No, I think it's C. Food safety management. A pest control program is an example of say B. It's a workplace safety thing, because I mean, if there's pests, that's not a very safe workplace. A cook prepares beef tenderloin on a cutting board, then immediately cuts pies for desserts on the same cutting board. This is an example of which factor? Which risk factor? Yeah, using contaminated equipment. The purpose of food safety management is to prevent foodborne illnesses by controlling risks and hazards. Use the correct methods for purchasing now. Identify, tag, repair. Goodness. Prevent foodborne illnesses by controlling risks and hazards. I'm going to say C on that one. 3 components of active managerial control include identifying risks, corrective actions and training, creating specifications, record keeping. B. B just makes sense. A manager asks a chef to continue cooking chicken breasts after seeing them cooked in an incorrect temperature. This is an example of which step in the active manager control. Corrective action. A manager walks around the kitchen every hour to answer questions to see if the staff or members are following procedures. This is an example of which step in the manager control. Reevaluation. No. Let's see. Which is an example of an FDA public health intervention? Becoming certified food safety, denying pest access to the operation, obtaining variants for cured food, conducting self-inspections. I am such a bad habit. I am a cheater. I have such a bad habit on cheating on stuff like this. Oh, the answers are right there. I gotta knock it off. Alright. See, look at that. I'm getting them wrong. D, C, 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 B, C, C, A. And that one doesn't even count. Alright, let's check what I got wrong here. D and C. A manager's responsibility to actively control risk factors of foodborne illness is called D. Active managerial control. Okay. A pest control program is an example of C. Food safety program. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. All right. Moving on. We got, oh, don't look. Don't look, don't look. Okay. What are the most important food safety features to look for when selecting flooring, wall, and ceiling materials? No, we didn't even go over this stuff, so I think this is where I'm going to call it quits for today. I've still got a lot to learn. I mess them up all the time. Oh, that is so weird. That is so weird. I don't understand that. Alright. I'm hopping off though. I am whooped. I've been up since 7 this morning, so I am out. Ciao. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. There we go.